Hey everyone, we're starting in a moment. Okay. There. Here. Okay. Voice is being picked up. I think we're good to go. Hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Ace Attorney Investigations. Today we are continuing where we had left off last week, where we had started the 5th case. After Kay had returned to her memories and remembered who she was, we were leaving the building and immediately got involved in another case right next door, where Muzilla had killed the president, and we are now trying to figure out how and why, what and when and why, twice, and where. We're trying to figure out what happened, what's going to happen now. I believe we were just about to do the second part of that case. So we're going to see how far we can get going. What else did we find out? Lang Z is there. He's a bit grumpy because the president's dead. Apparently they used to know each other. We met a kid who had horns. Well, it's a prop, but he has horns because he's a part of the film set. We met Nichols again after who was in the first game where she was a part of the studio that was doing the Steel Samurai show. And what else? I think that was it. Yeah. So we're going to see how much we can get done today. I will say quickly before I start that the OBS has been updated. It has seemed to have changed my audio mixer visuals, so I don't know if it's changed anything about the sound quality or anything, or if there's anything else that's happened. So if I do sound weird or anything like that, just let me know and I see if I can change any settings or something. It's different, so it might take a bit to get used to, but at least it kept my settings by the looks of it for the audio sound, or at least the level. And depending on how this stream goes, I might finish in an hour or more, like the normal time, purely because of there was some stuff that happened last night that kept me up late, and I'd rather not get into it, but yeah. We'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Lay. Hey, Refatron, we are about to speak to a Labrador? Cool, I didn't know dogs could talk. And there goes chat. Every time. There's a giant cow! Alright, is it staying this time? Yes. Right, refresh, restream. Alright, showing up on there, that's great. Let's do this. New items unlocked in the gallery. I'm gonna sneeze 1 second. There we go. Took its time. Right. Continue. Yes. More coherent than he is. What does that mean? Right, we're questioning Lang Z. I remember now. Because Gavel was found out to be on the site, or at least talking to the president before his death. Why, I suspect Gavel. Alright. So this Judd friend of yours met the president up on the roof. I need to remember how I did his voice. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. That's all that happened the night before last. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it's just the two of them up here. Or up there. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it, she killed the president. They were completely alone. No bodyguards. None. I checked. The security detail had no idea he wasn't even up there. He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear. But what kind of conversation? How are the two of them even connected?
The president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time.
He's turning more into like a wrestler.
You're gonna go downtown. He had set him aside the viewing platform, just the two of them. And it was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person the president saw alive really could have been...
Yep, Cavell. You hear her name was? Her. What did you say her name was? Her.
His argument certainly isn't completely without merit, but I noticed at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Why I suspected Cavell. Time to push.
Hold it!
How can you say for certain that the two really met?
The plan is to come in swinging, huh? I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent every move. It's a tried and tested strategy.
And not what I was intending at all.
But this battle has barely even begun, Mr. Prosecutor, so shut up and buckle up.
You know what? I just had a thought, but his design and sort of personality reminds me of Grimjow from Bleach. I think it's the hairstyle, maybe.
Hold it!
The night before last? How can you be so sure of that?
If you're not sure, take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture is from the camera up on the viewing platform, like I said.
04:04, 11 p.m. 11:05.
And the camera doesn't lie. That's from 2 nights ago.
Objection!
You have a picture of both of them entering the rooftop area. Also, where is this camera? There's no stand there. Is it just a floating camera? But nothing from after that point, I assume.
No, there's only one camera and it's pointed at the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself, still. This is when the murder happened, I'm sure of it.
If the president really was killed 2 nights ago, then his body would have been here in the lot this whole time.
Take a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. Well, save it. I'm done explaining. Not even close.
Do we have a picture of the viewing platform still? I think that was taken. Yeah, we don't have the thing anymore, so I can't look at it.
Hold it!
There was one on a stick coming out of the wall. There was? I missed it then. Then again, I wasn't really looking for that. It's entirely possible somebody else was up there, surely. Yeah, what about the cotton candy stand?
The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as he could. They cleared everybody out, and I mean everybody, including your stupid cotton candy seller. They kicked him out, forever.
Stupid? That's mean.
Still, it wasn't enough. If it had been, the president would have been lying here now.
Hold it!
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that?
Of course I am. The place, the time, everybody points to the woman in picture.
The place and time. Interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe that the president's wound wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... Yes, I think I'm starting to see the problem here. There's at least one major point he's overlooking. That's where we'll need to focus my counterattack. Cleared from the viewing platform, just the two of them. Because I'm trying to find a time. What if it was a date? It's been a date spot before. I don't know, maybe. But I don't think she would go for the president. This pin is the pin K always wears. It's shaped like a mug of the Yatagarasu, and it's very eye-catching indeed. I can't imagine any other thief, or other than K, who would want to wear it. Use the pin, stab the guy. .404. Weirdly, this is the most Japanifornia we've ever seen. Oh, how so? Because if we could tell when they started their work and when they finished, they're about to be like, oh, well, you can't have done it at 11:05 because they were still at work. The night before last. So it would have been the day before, so that makes no sense. I was like looking for specific times when it was actually just the write-up. You'll understand Suge, okay? Shi Long Lang, former star agent of Interpol, how the mighty have fallen. What? Take a look at this picture. It's behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew. Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but, you know what I mean. And it was taken only yesterday. What? If Judge Gavelle really did kill President Wang the night before last, you probably have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. What? Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, a thorough witness interview. I'm much louder when I take off my headset. 1 second. I had to itch. After all, a thorough witness interviews form the base of any good investigation, as you should know. I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I say that so patronizingly. You really do love backing your opponent into a corner, huh?
Huh. Fine. You got me. I must say it's been a while. Almost missed it. Perhaps if you try to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigation in the future. Huh. Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Like she says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be coming down anytime soon. Not until we caught the president's killer. I want the same thing. We all do. Nonetheless, the body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall.
Well, that's right. He was crushed by a falling head of a giant monster.
The incident occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of big building.
He probably shouldn't be on such a personal case, as he's clearly not in the mental state for this. Yeah, they do have a thing where it's like you can't be personally involved in a case. They would assign it to someone that isn't, to be an impartial judge, adjudicator, whatever you call it.
Says you, but that's just your theory. A game theory. I'm not about to give it my own because of it. But it literally can't have happened the night before last. We just proved that with this picture. Did you? What if your friend Gavelle pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here to move the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Here? But where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you can hide it anywhere. And then to come back a day later, last night in other words, take it out again. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it.
Like the story of the game, just not the originally fond of the original characters. Don't know why I said originally twice there.
There won't be any need for that. What? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Gavelle can't have hidden the body.
Dun, 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 dun. Kind of like Courtney in this case, but it's a little too late, even if the story requires it.
Take that!
Both entrances to this lot were locked. And we already know that the chain on the side gate was cut only last night. Judge Cavell had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last. But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago. Why are you so set on believing that? Because, if you remember that picture that was a printout from a video, and there was more. Why I still suspect a Cavell? There's footage for a few dozen minutes after your friend went up to the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator, alone. You know where there's no footage of? The president himself leaving the roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the roof of the building that high. Unless he was pushed by Cavell. Well, actually, there's a secret elevator inside the storage room. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform? Yeah, the camera was pointing at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the president of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed. I see. That's not good news for Judge Cavell. Vanishing from a rooftop hundreds of feet in the air? Yeah, that's a pretty tricky one, alright. You did it yesterday. Indeed. Even the Attergrassu couldn't actually fly. Oh, well, not yet anyhow. Just need a little more practice. Please don't tell me you think you can learn. Sholmes actually absolutely did it better. In hindsight, I get why she's such an ass. Before it's still annoying and lacks foreshadowing. Yeah.
Hold it!
A few dozen minutes? That's awfully vague. The exact length of time doesn't matter. Not anymore, anyway. What matters is that she did after that. And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate. Oh, I mean to, believe me.
Hold it!
So she was alone when she went back down to the elevator? You're sure of that? I'm certain. And like I said, there's footage from a little while after they went up to the roof. Footage at Cavell recorded by the camera that points to the elevator door. Then she was getting back to the elevator. Just her. I saw her with my own 2 eyes. It seems almost certain that Judge Cavell did indeed get back into the elevator alone. I doubt he'd be so sure of himself otherwise. It's so weird, right? Like, completely alone. Not even her pal, the Goddess of Justice, was there. I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way. What? No fair. Poor Goddess of Justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer. If we could return to the matter of hand, Liege Agent Lang. You can at least get the sense Sholmes is playing dumb and has reasons for it before the reveal. Yeah. I don't think there's any possibility the president could have taken the elevator at some later point. No, I considered it, but... You know what there's no footage of?
Hold it!
Man. And just to be thorough, the camera has no blind spots, and it was functioning normally. Are you trying to say I overlook stuff like that? Who do you think I am? A desperate man. Forgive me. As I said, I'm just being thorough. It's simply my way. Whatever. The footage was clean, okay? There's no doubt about it. The president came up that elevator, and he never went back down. Understood. While I may have questioned your testimony, I'll refrain from questioning your methods any further. Do we want? They're both rock solid.
Hold it!
And what if there was another way he could have gotten down?
Knock him back!
It was 50 stories up, don't be ridiculous. The elevator was the only way down. It's that simple. If you want to take my theory apart, you'll need to get sharper tools than that. Would there really have been no other way of leaving the viewing platform? Well, Mr. Prosecutor, are you convinced? There's no other way the president came to be lying here.
Objection!
Actually, there was another way. Apart from the elevator, what do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew? He didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor. What? That's right, a hidden floor, with a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator. Well, what? But you just said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret. How would the president know about it? It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to yet. For now, this is just a theory. What are you talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? It's related to your country by way of fact. Sounds like you got a place that your little ninja friend would happily spend time in. No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back. Unfortunately, Kay's memory of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the losts for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday. An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wang was involved somehow? I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility. Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems a type. He'd never do that. Not the president. Illegal underground auctions? No, he'd had nothing to do with it, nothing. What's gotten into him? Oh, but you are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I stop biting. Don't bite me, please. Eek. If there were people out there that were attracted to him, you'd be like, yeah, bite me. Whoa, look, I'll expose my neck. Bite me. I'm not one of those people. I'm just like, yeah, okay. Bite this instead. Huh. Shoves like a metal bar in his fat mouth. Huh, she ran away. You know nothing, neither of you. You have no idea how much people love him, how well respected he is. Is that really true? No, because we learned in the first case that he was actually, you know, kind of hated at the point. I guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. Oh yeah, and he was like, oh, jumpy. But the people of Zhengfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No, what good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn. Both of us. I can only apologize. Apology accepted. I reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away. It's all right, Kay. You can come out now. Sorry. It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president. Why aren't you just a fine figure of a man? Please don't. Please go away. All patriotic and such. Got to tip your hat to that sort of thing. Huh. What are you talking about? Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news. What? Ain't no way in heck your pal, the president, moseyed on downstairs via 51. Really? I was 100 hunkered down there in the ice storm the whole dang time. Ice peeled like oranges. Of course. She would have already stuck in that by that point. Thanks. It's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Guess my theory still stands. I'm in the wrong voice. Guess my theory still stands. Which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Cavell 2 nights ago. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only been found today? He activated his time-stop powers. But only for himself. That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say? Sure. There are questions that still need answering. I'll give you that. Are we sure he's not related to Lance, though they're both made of dough? I don't know, maybe. And then I guess that's one thing we can both agree on. Wait, did I even do that? I did do that one. Okay. Oh yeah? What's that? The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation. Yeah, I guess we all know for sure that the body and the footprints appeared during the night. Agent Lang. He'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind. Fine. He's all yours. Just take care of him, okay? Oh, one last thing. What? We found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the, big one. Human footprints in the monster print? Interesting. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of your average elementary school kid.
I don't know why I'm making him so creepy.
Oh, what?
Huh? Elementary school? No, it could be.
Oh, what now?
I just had a thought. What if the kid is actually Judge Gavel's son? I just had that thought. What if he's Judge Gavel's son? That's why he's involved, and she's going to end up covering for him because she's her son. And then it's going to be a whole thing of like, oh, well, he was threatened, so then I had to do all this bad stuff. Otherwise, he would have been exposed or to danger or something. I'm going to put my full weight on that, I guess, for now, until it changes. And then I'm like, oh, actually, no. Nichols is her daughter.
Miss Nichols?
Oh, I didn't mean to butt in. Sorry.
Was there something you wanted to say? Was she so scared of?
Still just the one woman on the force? Yeah. There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but,
I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
Last night I came here.
What? You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I just wanted to... I was worried about him, so I came back to check. She's a bit young to have a kid, whether 13 or 21. Hey! I don't know! She's 26. He's 13. Oh, I see the problem. She would have been 13. Never mind. Check on Sean, I mean.
Sean, the boy, makes sense.
Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really takes that job seriously, huh? Well, the movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So, she might have seen what happened last night.
Maybe brother and sister? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall right now, I guess.
Around what time was this?
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. I've already forgotten what voice I gave you, but I'm just going whatever. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yes. Sean was here on his own, running his lines. And towering above him there was this long, like really, really long neck. Neck? Yes, with skin like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur.
Woo-wee! You mean it must have been...
Gordy, good old Gordy. You didn't give me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now. It was proven not to be real, Potter. What? Now Gordy's involved too? Yeah, I think he might be. I was surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who could communicate with monsters. Oh, dang, you're right. He could have been communicating for real with them with the long horn doohickeys of his. Ah, yes, the thing that obviously looks like it's cloth draped over something, rather than an actual monster. Right, but it seemed more like it was kind of looking up and talking right to him. It was like they were friends. It was a pretty weird, right? Darn tootin' it was. Weirder than a mustache on a mule. How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that?
I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. And you're absolutely certain that's what you saw? Oh, yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran. There is a big age gap for siblings. Yeah, but I remember reading or hearing of a news topic coming up a few days ago about someone that gave birth at like 58 or something. And they already had like a daughter or son that was like 20. So that 20-year-old now has like a 1-year-old sibling. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that a few days ago or sometime recent. It was dark and the glasses have no light. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran. You are a baby. You didn't even try to confirm whether what you saw was real. You just went, oh, a shadowy figure? That must be a dinosaur. I'm running. Well, how about that, Miss Prodigal? Another mysterious beast to contend with. But don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Ancient Lang. It's possible, just improbable. Yeah, I get you. The monster angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next. Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, then there's a good chance he saw something. My thoughts exactly. Prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand. He's already gone. He's been gone for a while. Sean ran off just a moment ago. What? Where'd he go after him? April 6th, 10:54. That cab driver is still just sitting there. Yeah, where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home. You're right, they won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure, or maybe he went in the lamb. Nah, you're just overthinking things, surely. He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president. Not on his own. You'd be surprised. Children can kill people. There have been many cases of that. Who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him. Yes. Very funny. Youngest was 5, oldest natural, and 59, oldest artificial conception was 74. Huh. I'm not saying the kid did it, not for sure anyway. Not yet. But he's our most important witness right now, and we need to find him. Hello, Mr. Edgeworth. I went into his voice so hard that he kind of messed it up. Hey, it's Gummy. Yeah. He ran away. What was that about? Well, this goes to show that your police force can't be trusted. Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone? Yeah, so what? Well, last time we met, you had about 800 other agents helping you. Sure, but I told you, I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keeps things nice and simple. No lackeys, no friends, no betrayals. Anyway, catch you both around. Things just got done. It's just in blah. And it sounds like I got my work cut out for me. 2 big beasties on the prowl. Hoo-wee! I didn't say breasties. Shut up. It's raining scoops if I don't catch at least one. Ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name. Oh, God. Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh? It did. The Taurus horse footprints were bad enough. But now Gordy. This might as well be a movie. Well, then we better get our monster hunting shoes on. I suppose we had. Huh? Who's that? It's a shadowy figure. It really is. That's one of Agent Lang's old team. We've come across a few of them on previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Chifu, he's not technically my boss anymore.
Really? Or what happened?
You remember that case from a month or so back?
The Yatagarasu case. How could we forget? The one that took forever to sort out because the old man wouldn't give up.
You made a kind of big mistake there. Came about as close as aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come, and still keep your job.
Indeed. I guess that was pretty close.
Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our team.
Wow, that's harsh. But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he put it. So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise.
12 years ago? What does that mean?
I won't tell you. I'll leave it ambiguous so you can find out later. Sorry, already said too much. I better be on my way.
He ran away. These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating? Well, looks like everybody left except us. What do we do now? Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy on trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle before the raincoat killer kills him. 12 years ago. Oh. What kind of other angle? Somebody needs to get Judge Gravel's side of the story. Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again? Oh, please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. I guess the trial must be beginning right about now. Indeed. I think we'd better head down to the courthouse, don't you? Alright, let's go. To be continued. And then a shadowy figure watches from a distance, all evil-like. They will never find me. It's me, the killer. I'm using a nondescript voice. You don't know who I am. Court is now in session. This has been 30 minutes. Or nearly 40. I keep forgetting that she's a judge. I thought she was a prosecutor because we keep going against her, but she's a judge. She looks so tiny in that chair. April 6, 11:23. Oh, they're going against each other? Okay. Is the defense ready to proceed?
You bet. Bring it on, Big G.
The prosecutor has been ready for quite some time. A prosecution. The original attorney of this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered. And while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared, so Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in prison, an institution for the judiciary. This is the first time we've had this angle. Not bad. Oh, that's why I'm finding strings. I have a hole in my shirt. I'm like rubbing my shoulder, wondering why I'm feeling like stuff on my shoulder, and it's like bits of string, and it's because there's a hole somehow. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. Face Blue smiling. Welcome, Sim. These two factors caused pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in with such short notice.
Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right?
And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork.
How about you, friend? Everything cool over on your side?
It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has been just handed to me, so yes, I am ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused Miss Fifi Lagarde to the stand. And she's still in her normal clothes. I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Are we actually going to watch the whole thing? Alright, the accused was... I've forgotten the voice for you. Let me stop you right there, darling. I think that was it. Oh, what is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to if you can keep quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened in the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him for the holding cells and murdered him. And she did it only with a knife. Is there something the matter, Miss Von Kammer? Is the knife going to be gone? How can that... No, the evidence. Kids, friend, everything okay? The murder weapon. It's not here, and neither is Boritama's Canis chisel. What? Say it ain't so. Silence. Silence. Miss Von Kammer, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy winner strikes again. Hey, gee. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? The court hereby denies the defense's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on with it and show everybody how wonderful innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously. I happen to do so many voices that are nearly similar. Oh, but I am, darling, and you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. I am in the courtroom. Evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecutor's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Mr. Lagarde, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa. Hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't have dropping a verdict like that.
Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its clients being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that Loomis Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon the court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. You're just immediately going to a non-guilty verdict because the evidence has been stolen. That's not how this works. It's like the evidence has been stolen. Well, guess we'll just let this murderer go. Sorry, pal. Go kill some more people. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere in my work. You must think of the Judge Gavelle who was present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different people.
Gee, you're killing me here.
I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time. Just a little. I'll find it, I swear you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Denied. I get the feeling that she's being blackmailed in this instance.
Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor. Don't do us like this.
Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, would you know?
There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Phew, saved by the bell, huh? Very well. You'll reconvene in 15 minutes. I made her sound tired there. I didn't mean to. Hey, we're back here. That was like a 5-minute court case. Jeez. We did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. Huh? What is the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator. Wow! The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. Oh, here we are, sire, with a better weapon. You might recall that Mr. Canis had this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in such the same way? That's right, the murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. There we go. So did somebody steal it or what? I don't know who this is. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, hey, you two. Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch the trial? I think they'd be more considered witnesses or something. Okay, I guess they are. Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. So do you know where we need to go? It's the trial for the case that needed convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon, that's kind of the problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? But no, they can't. They're not going to arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No, no, no. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? I'm assuming this is Francisco. How dare he embarrass me like that? Speaking of easy to upset. Francina, Franderella, chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor, I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He's running. Master, you gotta calm it down. The kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. I just immediately turn away from her. I don't think I'll talk to her right now. Okay, Master, you got the old memory book back, huh? Sure did. It's me. I'm me again. You'll be worried 6 ways until Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? We need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. We can't count on them putting on the trial might hold much longer. Yeah, it's Stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk path of the righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge, and that much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? But it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. Cute pin. Favorite of yours? Yeah, I can see it. You look like a picture in it, Milesy boy. This was one of Kay's most treasured possessions. I won't be wearing it anytime soon. Is that so? Well then, guess there's only one thing to do for it. Come here and let me pin on a big old attorney badge on that handsome chest of yours. I walked right into that one. I can't tell a scuzzbag get drugs a poor innocent kid like Kay into a case like that. At least we got that little old Thietheru and the Thietheruss. Thietheru's back now, huh? My memory... I'm sorry, could you tell me your name? What? Okay, don't tell me you've had a relapse. That's so sad. So sad. Tell you what, bring it in. You're kidding, right? Got you good there, didn't I, sucker? Seriously though, thanks for looking after me. I couldn't have gotten my memory back without you. Yeah, you gotta stop scaring me like that. Anyway, all was there and well, bring it in. No! Oh my god, he really wants a hug. Seems the old double act is back together. Okay, it's just a repred. I think I get it. So this is it, the keto rum and the whole mystery? I think we already had discussion. Yeah, perhaps. It's a model of the courthouse. Look how realistic it is. There's something written here. This is incredible model can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. Those wishing to see this transformation in action should require at the main reception desk. The courthouse model transforms. It was originally weird about it. Yeah, I remember you saying before, or someone in chat did. Mr. Edgeworth? Huh. She seems very subdued for once. I'd thought she'd be excited like something like this. When the model transforms, does the whole building transform too? Okay, there is no possible universe in which that could happen, or would. I hope. Is there nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that they'd have to postpone the trial until later. No, if I do that, they'll arrest me again. No, they won't, it's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. If you just make it a funny thing, they won't arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with infuriating confidence. Courtroom trials are such fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today. An animal tamer? But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little bit more. But she is so good with that whip. If you're talking about who I think you are, the whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans. Although technically humans are a kind of ape or monkey. Why are we just staring at one another? Also, shouldn't you be a bit more, I don't know, anxious about being in a courtroom, considering the last time you pretty much had your worldview shattered about stars and your friend who got put in a coma because of you? My first set of statue books. Hey, what do you think even I would understand of these? Gah, so somebody's taking the very first one. If I'm going to read these, I need to begin at the beginning, right? How else would I understand the story? I'm sorry to disappoint you, Kay, but this might be the wrong place to look for a compelling narrative. The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really? Nobody? Then why didn't they arrest Mo? Because he wasn't funny. The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. But if nobody's allowed to enter, how will the trial get started again? I don't know. You got me good. How do you like that, Mr. Edgeworth? I hit him with a stone-cold contradiction. One that gained us exactly nothing. I feel bad for him. The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really nobody? The court is in recess. Wherever nobody... So speaking to him and looking at the wall does the same thing. Just admitting the story's bad. Also her other friend who murdered your dad trying to kill... Yeah. Being funny means no... Oh, right. Well. He was so bad that they didn't want to touch him. That's the thing. This couch must be a few years old. It's very well worn indeed. Yeah, right, but who would have worn it? Not worn in that... never mind. I think we got a little wires crossed somewhere. Where are you going, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nowhere. I was looking at the doors here. I get it. Basic thief work, right? Making sure you know where all the exits are. If you're angling for a position at the Autograph's assistant, just say the word. Seeing as it's you, I'll let you skip the written test and the practical. Basically, the job's yours. Thank you. It's a very kind thought. There's a sign stuck to the water fountain here. Press the pedal to enjoy delicious ice-cold water. However, be aware that once you press it, the water won't stop. Use with care. I think do not use under any circumstances might be more appropriate. Alright, I'm a pretty careful girl. Here goes nothing. Not another step, Kay. Remember 18 years ago, or however long it was, this was used by one man and he was drowned. This shows a list of the trials taking place during this courtroom. Miss Lagarde's trial features prominently, of course. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't find missing evidence... I know, it will be bad for all of us. We need to speak with Franziska and Fender. This plant, it needs a good watering. Anyway. Hi, sis. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Franziska. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. What are you going to do, Franziska? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off your face. Stop being reasonable, damn it! I want to whip you. You're like a news actor calmly reading the news or something, and it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. Her theme opening doesn't work for a standard conversation. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Franziska. Nor did I, but what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was probably entered into the evidence and everything. And yet when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool. Yuck! The next time I see that little coward, I'll whip him into the shape, if it's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Stare. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Malzo. Malzio, you sure? I'll do what I can, but not that it might be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? She won't be banging that hammer of hers until we made it back with the goods, you promise. I thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender, and you, Franziska. How does that sound? What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor. Come on, friend, clock's a ticking here. Time to step up to the plate. All right, fine. We'll stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that would be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Involving yourself could get you arrested. Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play? It's not a game. All right, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Where shall we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went?
Take that!
Huh? That's who we need to speak to about the missing evidence? Yes, I think it is. Well, I don't... Oh, maybe it wasn't that person after all. We need to find a person who's supposed to be looking after it. You're right, in which case the answer is very clear. Damn. It's you, Kay.
Take that!
That's right, the supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Winner. Yay. Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. In the next logic test, I beg you to pick the mean options. Okay, I'll try. Alrighty then. Guess we better think of huddle and talk tactics, huh, Franny? Just the two of us. Ah! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be right back as soon as we can. Ooh, Franny Poo, wait up now. Stop calling people weird names. All right, we need to find Mr. Winner, and fast. Oh, hey. Were you just listening that whole time? Whoa. Judge Cavell. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, a pleasure as always. A pleasure? How's it a pleasure? What the hell is... What was that all just about now? Kay, stop it. But Judge Cavell knows the horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she... Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Cavell is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened to the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes, and when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. You will answer my questions! In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. Mind chess? Judge Cavell met with the president of Zengfar the night before last. Is she gonna have like 5 pieces? Oh no, just 4. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss the professional matters that I'm not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past the professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, it'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Yeah, after this one, I forgot this existed. Oh, okay. Perhaps you should begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I know the president personally. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field even. Thank you, I take my professional duties very seriously. Do these duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You helped out this morning. You returned Kay's promised notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that fell within the scope of your duties. Well, that was easy. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you are a human being. That's a simple act of human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Cavell, and you are allowed to have them about the president's death too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie. He did. Interesting that you should even know about the Torosaurus is. Oh, Are they an item? I imagine it must have been heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell me she discussed it with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. Woo! I'm clearly getting under her skin. Need to dig further. Franziska stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely ensuring that the trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one that if the accused goes free. You and the accused are both guilty. Yeah. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly too. Wait, too? Does that mean that there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're no servant, you're a person! We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. As much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavelle, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? Why is she suddenly a different character? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. She looks like she's having a panic attack. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human apart being underneath. Are you worried about Torosaurus? Judge Gavelle, who are you so worried about? And where are they? Hey, Matt the Shirt, welcome. My apologies, I simply cannot tell you that. I'll need a clue. I should try something else. This person you're so worried about, is it Torosaurus? At least the sprite is better? Was it terrible before? I showed up right for this sprite. Yes, you did. Nice timing. Was there something wrong with this one? I don't know. You all are talking about something. I must have missed it. And I didn't see the original sprite and it was worse. I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned the Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And we're a half-built film set on an empty lot. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, that's not true at all. It's just... film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken with the news he shared with the case, cast and crew. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No. Why did this have to happen? Oh, I see what you mean now. Okay. I'm not going to say it because it would probably get the stream cut off. But I get what you mean. Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Okay, we need it for the other one then. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course, I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. That poor child? Who are you talking about? Nobody. Please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think it might prove to be a valuable clue. I have 2 clues now. Time to deploy the clues. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. And since you say child, I suppose we're writing assuming this person is a minor. I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. Time to deploy my clue. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention the Taurosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? I said that weird. How did you... You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Gavel, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give up voluntarily, we'll have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. Woo! I need to tell her. Or get her to tell me what she's so desperate to find Sean. Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. I didn't get a chance to read that. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I should teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I do don't know about him. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I'll need a clue if I'm going to persist this line any further. We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. I need a clue. Are you a fan of Sean, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I'm an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn when the set was and some other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense as a fan. You'd want to know such things. I imagine you'd also have to try to learn that where he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing the schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to do with Sean, and now we know she spoke with him. That's an important clue. Okay, it's not that one. I have to wait for her to do this animation. And this one. Do not know him personally. Time to deploy my clue. I can understand you being worried about Sean, but surely you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him. We must surely mean that you know him personally. How did I give away so much? So, the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. I don't know exactly the connection between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists, as you're as good as told us that it does. No, please, Judge Gavel, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice? By the one person who knows where he is. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it, he's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Oh god, why? Because her voice makes her speak so softly when I have to do these things, it makes her sound like she's moaning. I'm not doing it on purpose. Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth, all of it. Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? Sean is... He's my son. I was right! Damn you, Revertron, you would have hid it from me! I was right! He did give birth to a son at 13, which is weird, but probably not true. It probably is the fact that she might have adopted him. What? Well, we might not have found out what she and the President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Oh no, the question already happened, Matt the Shirt. I already guessed that they were, mother and son. But I was like, until I checked the age, I was like, wait a minute, she's 26. That would mean that she would have to be 13 to give birth to him. So, you know. Which makes no sense. That would be very bad. Not exactly the end game I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Mind chess. Checkmate. I destroyed her. What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavel? No way, come on, you're too young. It's true, I'm Sean's mother. Look. Adding another one to the Shepherd Predicts the Future compilation, that definitely exists somewhere. You're going to have a whole spreadsheet of all the times I was correct on my guesses or my pattern recognition. A magazine clipping. An article about Sean? You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? That Fifi Lagarde be found innocent. Only one. Oh, Jesus! I guessed it before it even came up, because I just knew, because that was why this whole thing was being introduced. Only one. That Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. Without anything, you can't charge me with anything. Is that right, Verity, darling? It is. Without the items, the prosecution case about the defendant cannot proceed. As such, the court hereby declares the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate and with impartiality, I made a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavel, the goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most.
Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy?
Kay. No parent could just give up on their own child like that.
I don't know. There are plenty of them out there that would. They don't care.
But we're not talking about them. Screw them.
I mean, we even met a few in this game.
But anyway, if that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though, we all serve the law, and we also only human. And none of us could or should be expected to make us sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict.
Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There is no escaping that.
Your Honor, there you are.
It seems it is time.
Judge Cavell.
My dad was a prosecutor. He was? Yeah, he used to work in the courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty.
I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back.
He would.
So what I'm trying to say is you can trust us.
What do you mean?
To get him back. To snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yanagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
The thief who only steals the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. And my wallet. Well, Judge Cavell, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I am no position to ask this of you, but please, please, see that he comes home safely.
Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us.
Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again.
That is a pretty cell phone. It's a flip phone, too.
You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I'll do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than 2 hours at best.
That's still a lot of time.
2 hours. That give us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you.
Wait, wasn't it just 11? We were here at like 10:38, I think. You're telling me we've been speaking for 2 hours?
Huh. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical.
Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up.
In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin?
Ah, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home. Yeah, you're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure. Or maybe he went on the lam.
Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building.
Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is the Great Thief operation. I'm in charge now.
Is that so? Then, what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the Great Thief Yadagrasu. Talk about an honor.
I've been relegated to a thief's assistant. My life is truly in shambles.
All in convos happen in slow-mo. Alright, let's get to work. Team Yadagrasu, move out. And she fell backwards onto the model and it turned into a robot.
12:10 p.m. Back at the big building.
That freaking taxi's still there. Alright, here we are. Ready on 3. Just follow my lead, you'll be fine, okay?
What exactly are you talking about?
Even the depths of night. Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you?
Why are you making me do this?
Because the great thief Yadagrasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know if we don't announce our appearance?
You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dared to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yadagarasu. I'm very much aware of who you are. Thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation? Ugh, no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We better get started. All our taxis are fake. Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to the few people, see if it jogs a few memories. Is that Powers? It is! Oh, he's very different from a different angle. Oh, I've forgotten your voice. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see, indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but, thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's all right. Sure. I don't know if I could be much help to you, but sure. So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. Did they make him look a lot angrier from this angle or something? Because he looks different. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if your Kay's your sister, I guess that's her case? No, that's simply... I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her. Alright, I'll need you to give me more straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? Perhaps you could give me your impressions. Is that supposed to sound like me? Impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but, is it all over the production? Are we all done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right. I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon? No, because they're due to start building. That won't be an empty lot for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at the Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors, too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding some real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that, I'll expose y'all. She always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you might know her. But are you hiding real monsters, I mean? Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. So, you've been working all hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've had to be on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show, or something. We get it, you're a fanboy. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Torosaurus himself. I figured as much. No way, so you're the star? Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen. Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue here at all, Kay. Can I ask you a couple questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Does he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 minutes shoot, you should look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Huh? You did? And where was he headed? He got on the site bus. but I was checking out some equipment over. By the time I got locked back up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure, you'll have to excuse me this, though. All right, let's see what we can find. Huh? What's this? Is it used as a performance or an action scene or something? That'd be pretty cool. It would. Sadly, I don't think it would be suitable for that. Oh, that's a shame. He seems genuinely disappointed. Gonna show him everything. Oh, I was thinking maybe I should give you one of those, but I guess you already have one. Indeed, we do. It's quite a concept. An enormous fantastical monster fighting Cordy. Very out there. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I kind of thought so too. Especially when I heard about their original plan. They were talking about trolling the lake for the real Gordy. That would present problems on a number of levels. I didn't get a chance to read that. So Taurus head is broken and then his lot's been torn up by huge footprints. This production is way over budget as it is. And Global Studios is risking a lot on this one. Sorry, I know this isn't the right time to be talking about money. People are dead. It's fine. We completely understand. The shoot has been thoroughly disrupted. That can't be easy for you. Global Studios makes the Steel Samurai shows too, right? Oh man, you know what this means, Mr. Edgeworth? If we don't solve this case, you can kiss the Steel Samurai goodbye. As if we weren't under enormous pressure already. That's the same as before. Hey, that's the original Taurosaurus, right? These things were super popular 10 years back. Is this one of the ones with the voice recorder built in? It is indeed. A function that saved my skin only a short while ago. Dang, one of the horns is missing. It is. Does that mean anything to you? Only, there should be two. But I guess it's over a decade old. These things happen, huh? Do they? I suppose they do if the build quality is... Steel Samurai merchandise would never break like that. My thoughts exactly. But I guess not everybody can be the Steel Samurai. Feels like you're right behind the scenes, huh? This has been such a great shoot. Everybody's so into it. Crew, cast, everybody. Sure, it's not always been easy, but we kept smiling right through it all. What an atmosphere. And now this. How did this happen? There's not much we can do right now about the fact that shooting has been suspended. But if we can solve the case, maybe there's a chance the movie can get back on schedule. Another reason to do what we came here to do. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about this either. Alright then. Age 25. Is this an original picture from the first game? Oh, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you ought to might line up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does the witch have a pointer hat? Oh, you bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. And who was the passenger? It was two guys. Had on these black suits. Real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy? Nah. Like I said, it was just the two of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might be able to get onto something there, but no luck. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping my eyes on things, sir. Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any other vehicles have come in or out of here this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That should be useful to know. Sean! Sean! You in there? Huh. No signs of him here either. Kinda thought the basket in the back of the truck there looked suspicious. She's not wrong. It does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you can tell that just from that. It's been parked for a while. I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. How much longer of this episode do we have, by the way? For this part? Food truck added. Where would Sean have been sitting?
Sean?
Oh, that's the seat on the backpack, over there. Oh, excuse me. Oh. There's something poking out of it. A videotape.
Huh? We use that when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one?
Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check on that tape?
Oh, sure. There's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hit play.
And it shows someone being murdered. It's Sean. It's he rehearsing his lines. Sean was there on his own running his lines. There's clearly a visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night.
Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it in his own time.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh?
Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it, at least. The use of the kit without the ASCII part, not so much.
And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own.
Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something. Pretty basic.
Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere. And just left the camera running. It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there? Sean's rehearsal? This is the year 2000 whatever. How are we still using videotapes? We would have switched over to CDs. I swapped over in the 90s. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Sunshine Coliseum. The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there. Isn't that the place where the Apollo Justice game goes with the magicians? It's not Apollo Justice, it's the one after that, but yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thieves Symposium, but they cancelled it this year. It was so cool, the thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing, they were arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police. And yet you still wanted to go? The Daybreak Dump. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here. I think this is the first time we actually see the city with its layout. It's in Apollo Justice? Okay. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Smells like fish bones and stuff. Well, who throws that stuff out there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they also hear about recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and... Yeah! Let's maybe talk of this at another time, shall we, Kay? Dust Street, Sunset Station, Dawn Street, Sundown Sanitation Plant. Sundown Sanitation Plant? What do they, make cleaning pool products there or something? Sadly not. I think that's just to incinerate all the garbage trucks in the back. They bring back. All the garbage in the trucks, not the garbage trucks themselves. That's what I meant to say. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see the other... up in the corner of the map? There's another garbage facility. Indeed, there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seems to be quite a few such facilities in the area. Yeah, this place is littered with them. Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun? A third-rate pun from a third-rate lawyer? I don't really buy into all this stuff. But they do say the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? Well, why do you think? Because they called it Mornington Park. I'd certainly like to be out basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. This is the big building itself, so this is where we are right now. It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come back here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the cold case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We can bring Gummy too. You don't let the pats drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? This case isn't over yet. We can't afford to start making plans for it when it's done. No fun. Fine. Let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we? I believe I've looked at everything, because there's nothing else really on the map. Okay. But that's not quite right. I need to reconsider the information at hand. Yeah. That leaves the only thing is these two. Nope. So I need something else. Do I speak to Powers some more? It was like right behind the scenes. We already talked about this. Huh? What's this? Do you think I could use that in performance or action scene or something? That would be cool. I already did this. Never mind. I'm seeing if there's any difference between him just disappearing. Well, why don't we go that way? Is that hand moving? I don't know if that hand's moving or not. Might be slightly. You can end it if you want to. It's a long one. Let me just see how long we've been going. About an hour and 40. Yeah, I might end soon. I just want to try and figure this out before I do. Let me talk with Kay. So Judge Cavell was acting weird because she was worried about her son? Who knew she was a mom? Not me, that's for sure. I never would have guessed. Me neither, but then she is a judge. Her work requires her to maintain a certain inscrutability, I suppose. Sure may not be the easiest kid to get along with, but I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to him. We can't leave Judge Cavell as all worried and sad. We have to steal him back for her. It's hard to believe that somebody would stoop so low as to kidnap Sean. Yeah, but it explains why we couldn't find him anywhere. The last place we saw him was the movie set, correct? We should look there for clues. We should, who knows? Maybe there's a vital piece of evidence lurking everywhere. We look over everything, even stuff that might not be even connected. Hey, I'm a great thief, I totally sympathize. If you've got to grab something, you should just go ahead and grab it, even if it's worthless. She doesn't seem to think much of my little treasure. Oh, there's more stuff over here. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting it ready to shoot something? Oh no, our schedule for today is at this location. Nothing scheduled. It's just a case has gone missing. A case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a larger case. Well, I took it away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief around here. What exactly was taken? Just a case, as far as I can tell. Why only take that? It would have been more interested in finding out what was inside myself. I guess... Oh, right, one voice. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? A person. It's midday already. You think Judge Gavelle and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out a proceedings? I wonder. We have to find Sean. Indeed we do. Oh, heck, not like that, dang it. It's both of you. How do you think you're going to get a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I got to say it? We're scoop fiends. We're wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. Scoop or die out there. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is. Although I can hardly help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them. Should we? Ugh, fine. Hello. I want to speak to the other person first. What if my good friend Ruffles? Good to see y'all again. And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder against you was of course entirely groundless, but the fact remains that you were willing participant in the staged assassination. The police will no doubt wish to question you about the matter. You should be aware that you may be punished for your actions. Well, they kind of dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. I guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kind of keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Well, the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of my own. And that on the paper hopes are all in high. But nothing, not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them, or were their details you were added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But if you want to report or scratch your back, you gotta scratch yours first, if you catch my meaning. You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could just show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to me in return. The prosecutor delves into his pocket. After considering fumbling, he reveals... sorry. Then... You're gonna have to help me out here, Ruffles. Never mind. I guess she knows about that. The way you song that splashback reminded me of a sing-song line from one of the AA manga. Really? You're welcome, I suppose? Oh. She snuck right into the lion's den without even the thought of her own safety. Yep, that's cheap for a real champion of truth right that. Ain't that so, Mr. Richard Edgeworth? Can I say no comment? Perhaps we should reserve the judgment until we know a little more. Nah, I'm more of a judge now, think later kind of guy myself. Nothing else to tell the readers? Only that if you'd like to consider being a more impartial in your reporting. Nah, I'm more of a cater to your audience so they love you more kind of gal. Ah, so you're an awful person. Got it. And my audience is mostly the good old chief. I wish you at least tried to make things seriously. It was good, like the manga. Cool. I bring out a bite lock chain to lock you up. Miss Lloyd, this picture. Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're going to ask. Huh? You do? You're looking for him, right? The kid. What? You just can't get out or under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now, you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping, too. Crazy. Huh? How do you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will you? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want to get out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavel hasn't told anybody except us. I bet you'd just love to know, won't you? Well, he can't. It's a secret. Lady, a kid is literally in danger, and you want to keep it because you just want to play around. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with you, that $100 over face. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. It was kind of far away when I spotted them. Must saw it pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, 2 men in black. I'm just checking if there's anything new. Doesn't seem like anything with any other evidence, so I can leave her now. And now I gotta speak with you. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she? Sure does. Because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 club reporter. She's my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye as she came to me to learn the trade. She might be a scribbler or not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoops 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right? Miss Hutt's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such a unique taste. Sure, she didn't scope out big stories yet. She must be, but she's hungry. Boy, is she hungrier than me. And she wants a Taurosaurus exclusive batter than a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has? Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean. And I can't think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. So, now that your story of the underground auction is in the bag, what next? Well, as if you never need to ask. Taurosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped me right in my dang lap. Snuck in upstairs to cover the auction, and then he shows up right in front of the doorstep, stumps all big footprints everywhere for a good measure. And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in the mind. They'll be all over the news, over like this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me were out and about all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how the fans seem to be throwing us out on ear ears, but still. It sounds as if they're both more out than in. Hey you, top knot girly. You talking to me? Well, who the heck else would I be talking to? What's that thing you got stuck on your scarf there? This? Oh, it's my Yadagrasu pin. Yadagrasu is the greatest thief in the world, and... Never mind all that, dang it. How come it's all wrapped up in gold paper and is what I want to know. I bet it's fixing to about any second. Hello, anybody home? Talking about the big old chocolate bird right there. Did your mother ever teach you to treat your food with respect? Mr. Edgeworth, what do I do? You punch her in the face and move on. Just keep quiet and weather the storm, Kay. She'll get bored eventually. No offense and all, but if you're trying to reel me in here, y'all better have some tasty bait on that hook. By which I mean scoops and penny of it. She didn't seem interested in that at all. We're going backwards this time. Whew. Girl can do all she wants to take photos of the good other people. Don't mean she won't still get her soul back from the crouch behind a big old statue like that. Speaking of which, you claimed that you saw Taurosaurus while you were back there. And I see him change danged well I did. And now I done proved he's real. That's really gonna do the people some good. Think about it, this changes every damn thing. I've done thought about it plenty. Like I said, it's all for the good of the people. Everything I do. I guess it would change things. Imagine if Gordy turned out to be real too. Right, and what about aliens and ghosts and time machines and lost treasures of the ancients? Things will sure change once we prove all this stuff's real too. The world won't ever be the same again. Wow, I never thought about it like that. Maybe it really would be good for people. I'd strongly advise you to take everything Miss Hart just said with a sizable pinch of salt, Kay. Become 90% salt. Now listen here, you low-down, dirty prosecutor. Taurus is mine, you hear? I'll track down every last lead there is to find out about the big bad bully if you don't see. See if I don't. But footprints of the finest strand of hair. Ain't a single teeny tiny thing about this to pass me by. Strands of stray hair. That's what you're focused on. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, don't worry. You're nowhere near that stage just yet. And besides, your dad had a fine head of hair, right? Thick and healthy and, yeah. And we all lose the odd strand from time to time. There's nothing to worry about, I promise. That's not what I was worried about at all. But I did find it oddly comforting. Alright, let's do some combinations. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw two men taking Sean away. And the taxi driver remembers giving two similar men a ride. They must have been the same people, right? I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes. But there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the two men didn't have a child with them. Oh yeah, that is weird. Could it be that the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean... Yes, what if they put Sean inside it? He's little enough that he'd fit, I'd guess. So the reason the taxi couldn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. But why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned to have originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. All right, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us. The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they! A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell you. That sells it. That must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I can see it's important. How about I give you a ride there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go to a obviously dangerous area without any police backup. All right. Thank you. My pleasure, folks. Yeah! I healed. And I think this is the perfect place to leave it. A nice cliffhanger to find out what happens next time on AC Attorney Z. I'm just double saving. I could have saved this way, but for some reason I just decided not to. Alright, and with that, we will stop for today, leaving it on a cliffhanger. We will find out what happens next. Are we going to get kidnapped? Are we going to find Sean? Is Sean going to find us? Are we going to die? Are we all going to die? But yes, we shall pick this up again on Thursday. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Hades. I made a decision that I might as well just get it done. I'm going to speed through it instead of having to try and complete it. I'm just going to do some stuff, but we'll discuss that on the day. But for today, thank you all for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. Fantastic cliffhanger spot? Yeah, I thought so too. We shall find out what happens on Thursday. But thank you for joining today, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. As usual, if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe to those bell notifications to get notified of when I next stream. They do help all the time, especially likes. I think they put me more in the algorithm for people to find. But yeah, do all that. And if you want to help support me directly, link to Patreon and tips. And if you do become a patron, you can go to the patron list here. I'll give you a shout out every stream like I do with Hiro Kuni, the Soulmaster 37, and I think I need to update this. I'll just tentatively say Raphatron 2. The Raphatron 2000. I'll have to check just to be sure. But yeah. Thank you all for joining, everyone. We'll be back on Thursday, like I said.
But if you turn it tomorrow, see you tomorrow. So until next time, y'all take care and rest of the day. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye, everyone. Bye, Matt the Shirt. Bye, Rafa Sean. Thanks for joining and watching. See you all next time.